Now to Decision 2023. People across the country are watching the hotly contested race for Wisconsin Supreme Court. As we get closer to Election Day, the political ads in that race are starting to raise questions. Mary Jo Ola reports.
In 3 weeks, voters will decide the makeup of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. During a luncheon here in Milwaukee, former Justice Dan Kelly did not hold back while criticizing his opponent, Judge Janet Protasiewicz.
I think it has become abundantly clear that she intends to place herself above the law if elected to the Supreme Court.
In the race between former Justice Dan Kelly and Judge Janet Protasiewicz, the overall tone of the political ads have been critical of highly controversial issues in this nonpartisan race around abortion and crime. But in a race for a judicial seat that will determine Wisconsin's Supreme Court, shedding light on topics that could go before the justices sparks questions.
There are ethical issues at play when we see these campaign ads. There are issues of accuracy, but the reality is that the Wisconsin State Supreme Court is highly partisan, it's highly ideological, it's highly political, and the ads really just reflect that.
Anthony Chergosky is an assistant professor of political science at UW-La Crosse. He says while there is a code of conduct for the court and for judges, it's often said there's a difference in campaigning versus governing.
And is this a code that these candidates are supposed to be following right now?
There is a code of conduct, but when you're in a campaign as opposed to in office, sometimes it's a little tricky to figure out how the code of conduct may apply differently in those situations.
Chergosky says it brings into question whether justices should be elected or appointed. During a luncheon in Milwaukee, Kelly said he did not believe his campaign violated any judicial code of conduct. He also acknowledged the historic amounts of money pouring into the race and that this could be the one to get the conversation going on how to fill judicial seats.
If we are to have a change in the way that the judiciary is composed, that will have to come from a conversation between the people of Wisconsin and their legislators. And they know how to do this.
Protasiewicz declined an invitation to the same event, citing a scheduling conflict. We reached out to the Protasiewicz campaign about the judicial code of conduct and if they believed any lines were crossed. They did not answer the question directly, but in a statement pressed that Protasiewicz would bring fairness and impartiality back to the court.
I think for now, the voters need to do their best to become informed and cast an informed vote. And then moving forward, I think there is a real conversation about reform to be had when it comes to the Wisconsin State Supreme Court.
Mary Jo Ola, TMJ4 News.